Hollow Knight is one of the hardest games I've ever played, but really, how hard is every single moment of Hollow Knight? Because some of the achievements in this game are incredibly difficult and some are very easy. So because I just recently got every single achievement in Hollow Knight right before Silksong came out, I decided I should rank all of them from easiest to hardest. Because let's face it, some of these achievements even my dog could do, but some of them I'm still surprised I got to this day. If you enjoy the video, make sure you like and subscribe for more Hollow Knight content. For the hardest achievements, we're gonna name the top one, Mount Everest is Calling. The middle of the road one, let's call it Average Hollow Knight Experience. Oh, we gaming now. Okay, these are our hard achievements. We'll name this one Poo Poo or Babies. And for slightly hard, my grandma has this achievement. By name, haha. Here we go. Okay, first we have Ascension. Collect 2,400 essence and hear the seer's final words. So I wouldn't say it's easy because if you just beat the game, you're probably gonna miss this achievement. But is it? It's not hard either. Maybe we need another tier. Let's name it My Balls Are Squeezing. And we're gonna move Ascension into Oh We Gaming Now tier. Attunement, collect 600 essence. Bro, my grandma has this. Like, you just play the game and you get this one pretty much. It's not poo-poo for babies because you're not gonna like just stumble into it. You still have to kind of intentionally get it. It's definitely easy. Collect 1,800 essence and awaken the Dream Nail. That's an average Hollow Knight experience because getting the Dream Nail, that's how you go into the Mind Palace and you go to the White Palace and you start moving towards the second half of the end game. I'd call that an average Hollow Knight experience to get this one. And then we've got Banishment. Banish the Grim Troupe from Hollow Nest. So this achievement's kind of weird because is it hard to get? No. But you have to play through a lot of the game. You have to kill normal Grim and then you have to do all the Grim. I'd put this at the top of Oh We Gaming Now right at the moment. I might have to reorganize some things because these two feel being in the same tier. No, maybe that's right. This doesn't quite feel like it should be in My Balls Are Squeezing. Destroy Hera the Beast. That's an average Hollow Knight experience. Acquire all charms and receive Salubra's Blessing. What's the hardest charm? So in order to get the final charm, you have to do this one, which means that this has to at least be harder than this. It's kind of just takes a long time. Like this is almost like a 100% achievement. You know what I mean? I feel like my balls are squeezing to get all the charms. Like that's not really a casual thing to do. You kind of need to be really gunning for the game if you're gonna do that shit. Yeah, this is Pantheon 1, Brotherhood, complete Pantheon of the Master. I'd put that in Oh We Gaming Now tier. Because here's the thing, getting to Godhome is a little difficult, but Pantheon 1's not difficult. Like, obviously the brothers are the hardest fight in Pantheon 1. You gotta be gaming, but like the Pantheon 1 isn't difficult, you know what I mean? Cartographer, acquire a map of each area. I'd put that in Oh We Gaming Now tier. Maybe it's average Hollow Knight experience. Because in Silksong, there are some hard maps to get. Let me pull it up.
People underestimate Franklin, but defending his home is where he's at his most dangerous. But from the attacker's point of view, he's moving before they've fully committed. On his home turf, Franklin controls the fight. He knows the layout, the choke points, corners become ambushes, and numbers stop mattering.
What does that mean?
Did you know if you drive Franklin's Yee haircut in GTA 5?
Franklin will eventually show up to defend his home.
Like, what is this meme?
If you ever try to stop Franklin from defending his home,
Franklin will eventually show up to defend his home.
That's so many Franklins. Anyways, yeah, that's Franklin will show up to defend his home. Okay, back to this. I see what you're saying, but I feel like it's easier to do Pantheon 1 than Banish, personally. Yeah, like none of them are very hard to get. Like I guess technically Queen's Garden is the hardest map to acquire. I'd put it in average Hollow Knight experience, personally. So we just looked at Cartographer, Charmed, acquire your first charm. Oh my god, that's poo-poo for babies. That's poo-poo for babies. You literally just play the game and you get that achievement. It's not difficult at all. Achieve 100% game completion and finish the game. Oh, we gaming now. Where I think it's probably harder than everything we've seen so far. Because you have to fight Radiance. Radiance is hard. Could you theoretically get 100% completion without fighting Radiance? Now that it's 112%? Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, 100% does require most charms. But I'm just not sure. I think, because if the game didn't go to 112% now, this would be here. But it does go to 112% now. So you can avoid your least favorite 12% of the game. Like, let's go look at completion rating. You can avoid a decent amount of charms. You obviously do all the dreamers. You cannot do Trial of the Fool. These are all pretty easy. Like, when I choose to only get 100% and not 112, I'm skipping some charms. Like, there are some of these that I'm like, oh, I'm not going to go do that. Which is why I think Charmed is harder. I'd put this in OE Gaming now. Open half of Hollow Knight Stag Stations. Average Hollow Knight experience. Or does my grandma have this achievement? Yeah, I think my grandma's got this achievement. That's really not that many stag stations. That's like 5 or 6. Complete the Trial of the Conqueror, the second Colosseum. That's not very hard. Probably put it at the top of average Hollow Knight experience. Am I biased? Should it really be like here? This is the highest I'm comfortable putting it. Defeat Grey Prince Zote. Low key, my balls are squeezing. Like, he's not a required boss, right? Like, I think he's fodder. Listen, I could probably go do Grey Prince Zote hit list right now. I'm not trying to say that he's hard for me, but on first playthrough, he's one of the harder bosses in the game. He's got to be like top 5, no, top 10. I'm gonna leave him here for now. Defeat the Radiance and consume the light. Oh, my balls are squeezing for sure. That's harder than Grey Prince Zote. Is it harder than getting all charms? I think not. I'm liking the way this is looking right now. I wish we got some more easy achievements. The poo poo for babies tier really needs to fill out. Embrace the void. Is this isn't P5, is it? Obviously Mount Everest is calling. That's P5. I'm not sure if I think it's the hardest. We'll get there when we get there, but it's definitely top 3. Acquire half of Hollow Nest charms. That's my grandma has this achievement. Now that I'm looking at it, because there's a lot of charms. Getting half of them, like if I just play the game and I'm not really paying attention, I'm not sure if I'll grab half of them before I finish the game. So I think actually right here is good. Harder than defeating Hera the Beast. Easier than awakening the Dream Nail. I think that's totally fair. Defeating Traitor Lord, man, I'm so biased. I think this boss is so easy. I'd probably put it like here. Ah, this doesn't feel right. Harder than the Trial of the Conqueror? It feels easier than hearing the Seer's final words. And maybe this is more correct after some thought and reorganization. Maybe this needs to move down a tier. Yeah, I think that looks better. I think I like this more. Falsehood, defeat the False Knight. Probably gotta be the easiest achievement in the game, right? Focus, complete the Pantheon of the Sage. P3. Now our balls are getting squeezed a little bit. Hive Knight, Elder Hu, the Collector, Grim, GPZ, so obviously it can't be below G. P3 is significantly harder than Grey Prince Zote, but there's a bunch of achievement. Keep in mind, this isn't filled out yet. I mean, maybe we can move GPZ down to here. I don't think this is harder than Radiance, though. Now complete the Trial of the Fool. This is up here, too. I think Trial of the Fool is harder than P3. Yeah, P3 has more bosses, but that's not... The P3 has breaks in between bosses. The trial doesn't really, and not only that, it's not the bosses that make the trial hard.
No, sir, no.
The trials aren't hard because of the bosses, you know? They're hard because of other things. Man, this is the hardest decision so far. Maybe you need to boot up Hollow Knight and play the trial to see. I could be down to do that. Stop right there. Did you know I have a second channel? That's right. You can go over to Skyclips right now. And on that channel, you'll find me posting way more consistently than I do on this stupid channel. So if you want more Skytrip content, make sure you head over to Skyclips. You can watch the video of me doing my first silksong speedrun over there right now. All right, back to the video. Oh my God, I'm getting really pissed off about the music right now. I'm getting really fucking pissed about the music. It's definitely not harder than Pantheon 3. Dude, why doesn't my controller fucking work? I feel like some people considered Trial of the Fool like the hardest thing to do in the game before DLC came out. I mean, I didn't play till after DLC, but I hear people talk about Trial of the Fool like it's a monster. Why won't my controller work? Why won't my controller fucking work? Okay, no, this is too far. I'm literally in big picture mode. You know what? It's funny. I think this boss is such a pushover, but if I'm not practiced, I actually really struggle with them. When am I supposed to heal in this fight? I'm not bowing to you, bro. I've got my own destiny. You aren't supposed to heal. Oh, you're supposed to never get hit once. Okay, this guy's kind of fast. Guys, this guy's kind of hard. Low Kirk genuinely, guys, he's hard as fuck. I'm dead. I'm not gonna do Pantheon 3 again. I feel like that's enough. Will you ever do a low % true ending run? I could be interested in it. Man, it just sounds like a lot of studying, you know? And I'm not, you guys know me, I'm not really much of a studier. I'm more of a grinder than a studier, you know? But I'm low-key smurfing right now. I'm Kirk genuinely smurfing. Fuck. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm gonna die. Wow, interesting. I've gained very little information on if it's harder than Pantheon 3 or not, though. Yeah, I think that's harder. I don't think it's harder than Radiance, because when we're talking about Radiance, we have to think about all of the setup too. Okay, Will, I said you could decide what the next achievement we do is, since you gifted 10 subs. Okay, we can do all the Nail Master achievements. Happy couple. Allow this nailsmith to find a new calling. I guess the thing about this one is you have to get all of the nail upgrades. Wherever this one is, striking him down would be right next to it as well. It's just the choice you have to make. Except striking him down is going to be harder because that's never the choice I made. So this one really is just getting all the nail upgrades, which is not that hard. I mean, it's more than average Hollow Knight experience. I'd put it in OE Gaming Now. I'd put it probably at the bottom of OE Gaming Now. Purity. Slay the nailsmith with the pure nail. This one? That's definitely harder because I don't want to kill him. That makes me incredibly sad. It's easier. No, it's harder. It's harder. You guys are tweaking that it's easier. Are you fucking psychopaths? It is difficult for me to press the square button to kill him. That is a harder thing for me to do. Holy fuck. Damn. Worst part about Silksong is that Iselda's not in it. That's one fuck. Oh fuck, that's crazy. Complete the See, there aren't Nail Master achievements. Just the two. Okay, just the Nailsmith achievements. All right. So defeat Troupe leader Grim. Okay. Defeating Grim has to be easier than banishing Grim, because banishing Grim is defeating Grim plus a few steps, but it's definitely harder than Pantheon 1. Rescue half of the imprisoned grub. It's a little more than an average Hollow Knight experience, right? Like, you have to put in some effort. But it's probably easier than getting the pure nail. This is easier than awakening the dream nail. You can't even get the Queen Garden map without awakening the dream nail. And grubs are easier than awakening the dream nail. Getting half the charms is harder than getting half the grubs. Oh, you don't need awaken dream nail for that. You're right. You think awaken dream nail's too low? Yeah, I would agree. I think so. Is that White Defender or Dung Defender next? Defeat the Dung Defender. Yeah, that's an average Hollow Knight experience for sure. False Knight is in the wrong place. It should be at Squeeze in Your Balls tier. You guys are so obsessed with the Squeeze in Your Balls tier. Everyone wants their balls squeezed so bad. Open all of Hollow Nest Stag stations and discover the Stag Nest. Stag and map, you'll probably do Trial 2 before you get the last map. Defeat the Soul Master. Bro, my grandma has this achievement. Complete Pantheon 2. Well, obviously above Pantheon 1. Shiro, Crystal Guardian, Mantis Lord. Bro, what the fuck? Oh, Nosk is kind of hard. I think this is a very fair place for it. I think I kind of binked it immediately. Record all of Hollow Nest creatures in the Hunter's Journal. Low key, this achievement and the other Hunter achievement, True Hunter, they're almost the same achievement. You don't really get this achievement until you're going for True Hunter in the first place. You guys aren't gonna like this. Just top of my balls are squeezing. Because you have to go through a lot of effort. Like, is any specific one difficult? Probably not, but it's a lot of effort to find every single guy. Acquire all mask shards. You have to do the flower to get all mask shards. We should definitely be in this area. Man, the flower really is like the deciding factor about this one. How hard is the flower quest? You think below P3? Because the flower quest is its own achievement, right? Am I crazy? Like, let's rank it. It has to be lower than masks. And does this feel right? Under P3? Defeat White Defender. As you should, too. As you should. Harder than base Grim. Easier than 100% in the game. Anyways, I think that's a great spot for White Defender. You know the cheese, he becomes easy, but the cheese isn't easy. Rescue all of the imprisoned grubs. Not easy. The hive grub, that one is hard to find. The one's guarded by the collector. I'm not even sure if it deserves to be in my balls or squeezing. I think maybe it should be in OE Gaming Now. Grubs, harder or easier than 100%ing the game? I think it's easier. You're probably gonna get all the grubs on your way to 100%ing the game. I like where it is. Defeat the Soul Tyrant. Soul Tyrant's kind of hard. You know what? Interesting. Because look at where White Defender and Grey Print Zod are. Hearing the Seer's final words has got to move up. Leave Zote to die. You kind of have to intentionally leave Zote to die, and if you don't do it, if you save him, the achievement's gone. That almost makes it hard. But also, it's poo-poo for babies. It's like the easiest achievement in the game. You literally just don't... You just don't save him. Defeat the Collector needs to be lower than Grubs for sure. Easier than Soul Tyrant, harder than Grey Prince Zote? No, probably here. I think he's easier than Oro and Motto. Aid the Herald in moving on. This achievement is hard. Let's not pretend. This is one of the other only achievements I don't have. I mean, if you Google this achievement, theoretically it's easy. It's just, that's the other half is like, is it really? The spots themselves aren't hard to go to. I'm just not sure if it's really Mount Everest is called. I think this is harder. I'd maybe put it here. Just because you're right, like if you don't Google it's that hard, but I did Google it. Something that's hard about this achievement is it's not rewarding either. That's what makes these achievements hard. Like getting all the charms is rewarding because they're buffs. Beating bosses is rewarding. These achievements are not rewarding. That's part of the thing that makes them so hard. You will naturally not go out of your way to do them. Defeat the Lost Kin. Lost Kin's kind of hard. Easier than Soul Tyrant. I think right here's a great spot for him. Lost Kin was the first hard boss I fought in Hollow Knight, my first playthrough. Because when I first beat him, my friend was like, go back and dream nail him. And then I just grinded out that fight. It was really fun. Defeat Hornet in Kingdom's Edge. What? It's not here. Okay, I guess I have to add it on my own. Proof of Resolve is fucking easy because you kind of have to do it. Well, you don't have to do it. This fight's not hard. You do it pretty early in the game. You don't have to have like played that much to get here. Like a lot of the reason certain achievements are as high as they are is because getting to the achievement is difficult. This achievement isn't that hard. But getting to this achievement takes a long time, and then the achievement's hard. Acquire 4 mask shards. My grandma has this achievement, bro. He's gotten 4 mask shards in her sleep. But it's probably like here. I don't even have a grandma. Pure completion. Achieve 112% game completion and finish the game. Mount Everest is calling. That shit's hard. You have to beat Pantheon 4? That's hard. Purity. Slay it. We already did that one. Defeat the Broken Vessel. Not hard. Average Hollow Knight experience. You have to remember, you can beat the game without ever fighting this guy. He's guarding double jump, and you don't need double jump. I'm gonna put him harder than Dung Defender, I think. Defeat the Mantis Lords. My grandma has this achievement. Collecting Dream Essence might need to go up here, actually. Because although it's easy to get the Dream Essence, you do need to play the game a bit before you get it. Defeat the Nightmare King and complete the ritual. I mean, Nightmare King Grim is like a top 3 hardest boss in the game. My balls are squeezing for sure. Nightmare King Grim is cupping each of them, one with each hand, and he's going like this, squeezing each one individually. And that doesn't feel very good. He's harder than Radiance. I think that's a great spot for him. Defeat Zote in the Coliseum of Fools. So, I mean, you have to do Coliseum. Wait, is that Coli 1? Or is that Coli 2? You have to find Zote in Deepness, which is kind of annoying, and then beat Coli 1. Okay. Well, we have Coliseum 2 in average Hollow Knight experience. So this has to be below that, right? Like, let's put Zote. I've got it. He goes right there. Defeat the Hollow Knight with Hornet by your side. Well, you have to beat the game, obviously. Probably here. It's kind of a weird ending, right? Because you have to get Hornet in there with you, but not do the other ending. Maybe it's higher. It's Dream No More, except you don't do Radiance. Wait, that kind of makes it difficult. Make a new Zote category. Wait, that's fire. You need Void Heart for this one. So it's just Radiance and you don't kill Radiance, right? They need to go next to each other. It's easier than Radiance because you don't have to kill Radiance. Neglect and Grey Prince Zote not going into Zote tier? No, just this one. Complete Pantheon of the Night. Pantheon 4? That's gotta be... Oh, fuck. Because for me, I'd put it lower than these 2 achievements because I don't like doing these achievements. I like Pantheon 4. Like, this low-key could even be in here. Pantheon 4 is really hard. It's hard because I don't like having a ridiculous amount of tiers. We're gonna name it All I Can Think About is Hollow Knight. Because when I was at this stage of the game, obsessed with the game, when I was at work, all I was thinking about was Hollow Knight. This will make things feel way better. All right, this is fine. This will do. Acquire 3 vessel fragments. You only get 3. So that's getting your first soul vessel. To be an average Hollow Knight experience. Definitely below Awakened Nail. Maybe like here. Okay, speedrun achievements. All of them are super easy if you've played Hollow Knight before. Yeah, here's the thing. Really, none of these are that bad, but they all require you to do a full second playthrough of the game. That's what makes them so hard. And not only that, you have to be thinking about playing fast. Like, I agree, they're not hard if you've played the game before, but to get this one, you have to be playing pretty fast. Speed completion can go into my balls are squeezing for sure. Because you have to 100% the game. And maybe put it here. I think this is a great spot for it. Harder than getting all the charms, easier than getting Grim. I think Speedrun 1 is so easy. Put it like here. And then Speedrun 2 is hard. This is the hardest one. Maybe this hard. Okay. Steel Heart. Achieve 100% completion and finish the game in Steel Soul mode. Y'all know where this is going. Mount Everest is calling. But now normal Steel Soul, just beating Steel Soul. This one has no percentage completion, right? Finish the game in Steel Soul mode. All I can think about is Hollow Knight. Harder than Speedrun 1. Easier than beating the game 100%. I think that's fair. Defeat the Failed Champion. Failed Champion's a hard boss, but Failed Champion might be the hardest of all the refights. I think Failed Champion's harder than White Defender. Is Failed Champion harder than all of P2? I don't think so. I think P2 can maybe get bumped up. Failed Champion being fast and doing double damage, I think makes him the hardest of them. You get into Failed Champion and he just like wipes you in 6 seconds if you don't know what's going on. That fight is hard. I think it's one of the tougher fights in the game even. I'd put it maybe top 10. Troupe Leader Grim. I see. You want to put them so like here. Grim is probably harder. Grim is just so, what's the word I'm looking for? Grim is like so pattern based that I feel like once you have Grim, you got it down. But like Failed Champion, if I haven't fought him in a while, I boot up and he kicks my ass. I think that's valid. I don't know. I'll put it there. I think all three of these being next to each other, that's great. That's great. Good for them. Destroy Monomon the Teacher. I mean, that's not hard. That's a classic Hollow Knight experience. Harder than half the grubs. Harder than getting a soul vessel. Easier than getting half the charms. I think that is valid. Me looking at my own opinion. Yeah, that's a good opinion. Professional Hollow Knight tier lister reacts to Hollow Knight tier list. Oh, that's what I would have done there. Yeah, I would have put that there too. You said you thought this would take about 30 minutes earlier, and we are 2 hours in. That's unimportant. Sometimes something that you think is going to take 30 hours takes 72 minutes. I don't know. I didn't say the right words. I meant to say minutes, and now I fucked everything up. Defeat Hornet in Green Path. This achievement's poo-poo for babies. I think this one's poo-poo for babies. Like, bro, it's fucking Hornet. Defeat the Hollow Knight and become the vessel. This is a part of your average Hollow Knight experience. Hunter's Mark. Receive the Hunter's Mark. This is Mount Everest. This is Mount Everest is calling. And if you don't think so, what you're not remembering is that you have to do Path of Pain. You have to do Path of Pain to get this one done. And it's just fucking annoying, man. It takes so long. Fuck this achievement. Remember the past and unite the abyss. That's just getting Void Heart, right? I mean, that's not easy. Definitely all I can think about is Hollow Knight. Harder than 100%ing the game, probably. No, maybe easier. Maybe here. The Trial of the Warrior, Coliseum 1. Yeah, that can be very low. Easier than all of this. Destroy Lurian the Watcher. Above Monomon, I think. I think these two can go next to each other. I feel like they're about the same difficulty. Umu and Watcher Knights. Witness, spend a final moment with Coral. Sad achievement. I know we gaming now. How do you get to this cutscene? I can't even remember right now. You do Monomon, then go to Blue Lake. Okay, well then it's not that difficult. We should put it next to Monomon then. And lastly, get every soul vessel, which is not difficult, just takes time. Probably be somewhere around here. Harder than Grey Prince Zoe, harder than all these guys. I think I'm moving to the next tier. I think here's a good spot for it. All 63 achievements in Hollow Knight ranked. We can get a nice shot of all the achievements. Tweet's going live. Go light it up if you want to. Follow me on Twitter if you don't already. Hope you have a great rest of your day.